5 in the morning is when the magic happens. It's when the world is still quiet, when your phone hasn't started buzzing with demands, and when you have a few stolen hours that belong entirely to you. For a single mom, these early hours aren't about luxury or self-indulgence. They're about survival, momentum, and taking control of your day before your day takes control of you. The alarm goes off at exactly 5 o'clock. Not gradually, not with gentle nature sounds or a slowly brightening light. It's a sound that means business. You roll out of bed, seat hitting the cool floor, and you don't hesitate. The hesitation is the enemy. Any pause, any thought about how warm the bed is or how dark it still is outside, and you've lost the battle before you've begun. The bedroom is quiet. The sheets are still rumpled where you were lying just moments ago. The morning light is just beginning to creep around the edges of the curtains, painting everything in soft amber tones. You pull on a gray long-sleeve shirt that's been waiting on your chair since last night. You've already planned this. You don't have the luxury of standing in front of a closet wondering what to wear. You pad down the hallway toward the bathroom, and your mind is already starting to wake up. You're thinking about the meeting at 9 o'clock. You're thinking about whether your son remembered his homework. You're thinking about the proposal you need to finish before lunch. But you push those thoughts aside for now. First things first. The bathroom is everything you've worked to make it. Clean, minimal, and functional. White tiles gleam under soft lighting. There's a marble sink that you splash cold water across your face at, and the shock of it is exactly what you need. It wakes you up completely. You look at yourself in the gold-framed mirror, and you take a breath. This is your moment. This is the time you've carved out to become the woman who can handle everything that's coming. Your reflection stares back at you, and you see someone capable. You see someone strong. You see someone who gets it done, even when the odds are stacked against her. You splash another handful of water on your face, and you feel it, the shift. The transition from sleepy mum to warrior mum. 5 minutes later, you're in the kitchen. You've changed into black athletic leggings and a fitted hoodie because you know you're going for a run before anyone else wakes up. The kitchen is bathed in golden morning light. Your hands wrap around a steaming ceramic mug of coffee, and you inhale the smell of it. This is not a luxury. This is fuel. This is the moment before everything accelerates. Your phone shows 5:17 on the lock screen. You're right on schedule. There's a whiteboard calendar on the fridge, covered in neat handwriting, color-coded by category. School events are blue. Work deadlines are red. Personal time is green. Though honestly, there's not much green on there these days. You set down your coffee and pull out your meal prep container. Inside are portions of grilled chicken, brown rice, and roasted vegetables. You made these on Sunday while your son did his homework. You prepared for this week then, so that now you don't have to think. You know exactly what you're eating. You know it's nutritious. You know you won't grab fast food at lunch because you already have something better waiting for you. Fresh fruit sits in a bowl on the counter. An apple, some berries, a banana. You grab an apple and eat it while you sip your coffee and look at your open planner. The pages are covered in your neat handwriting. Every hour of your day is accounted for. You know where you need to be and what needs to happen. Nothing gets forgotten. Nothing falls through the cracks. Because when you're doing this alone, there's no one else to catch what you miss. Your laptop is open on the kitchen island, and you take a quick look at your business dashboard. You're running your own business, or you're climbing the corporate ladder, or maybe both. Either way, you need to know what's happening before the business world wakes up. You scan your emails. Nothing catastrophic. Good. You make a mental note of what needs attention today, and then you close the laptop. That can wait another hour. The running shoes are sitting by the door, already laced up. You've prepared these too. Everything in this morning is about removing friction, about making each decision in advance, so that right now, in this moment, you can just move. You don't have to think. You just act. You finish your coffee, set the mug in the sink, and you're ready. 6 minutes of preparation, and you're already out the door. It's still dark, but the sun is starting to hint at the horizon. Your neighborhood is quiet. There are barely any cars on the road. This is your time. This is when you get to move your body and clear your mind. You remember that you're not just a single mom, you're also a person. You start with a walk, letting your muscles warm up. The air is cool and crisp. Your reflective gear catches the light as a car passes by. You look like someone who's got her act together, and that's not an accident. That's a choice. You start to jog, and your breathing becomes rhythmic, purposeful. In and out, in and out. The sun breaks across the residential streets as you run. The houses around you are still dark. Families are still sleeping, but not you. You're out here, moving, doing the work that will give you the strength to handle whatever comes next. Your legs feel strong. Your lungs feel clear. This is medicine. You jog for 30 minutes. You don't stop to check your phone. You don't stop to take a picture for social media. You just run. This is one of the only times all day when you're not being needed by anyone else. This is the time that's sacred. When you get home, the sky is noticeably lighter. The sun isn't up yet, but it's coming. You're sweaty and your heart is still pumping and you feel alive. You feel like you can do anything, because right now, at 6:15 in the morning, you've already accomplished more than most people do all day. You shower quickly. The water is hot and it feels incredible on your sore muscles. You wash your hair. You shave your legs. You're not doing this for anyone else. You're doing this because you deserve to feel good in your own body. You step out of the shower and you dry off and you feel clean, renewed. You stand in front of the mirror again, and this time you see someone who's earned this moment, someone who's already exercised, who's already planned her day, who already knows she's going to be successful. Your wet hair drips down your back. You wrap yourself in a towel and you start to get ready. You pull out your business casual clothes, tailored gray trousers, a white blouse, simple jewelry, nothing fancy, but everything fits perfectly. You got these clothes because they make you feel professional. They make you feel like the woman who runs things. You dry your hair and you apply minimal makeup. You're not trying to look like a model. You're trying to look like someone who's got her life together, because you do. A little mascara, a little tinted moisturizer. Enough that you feel confident, but not so much that anyone could ever say you're trying too hard. You stand in front of the hallway mirror as you're getting ready to leave, and you check your appearance. Trousers fit perfectly. Blouse is tucked in neatly. Hair looks professional. You look like someone who can handle a board meeting. You look like someone who can manage a crisis. You look like someone who's a single mom and somehow makes it all work. You look like yourself, and that's enough. It's 6:45. You've been awake for 1 hour and 45 minutes, and you've already exercised, showered, gotten ready for work, and planned your day. Most people are still in bed, but you're ready. You go to check on your son. His room is still dark. He's sleeping peacefully, and for a moment you just watch him. He's the reason you do this. He's the reason you get up at 5 in the morning when the world is still dark. He's the reason you work so hard to make sure that even though there's no other parent in this house, he has everything he needs. You don't wake him yet. You let him sleep a little longer. You go downstairs and you pack his lunch. The lunchbox has compartments, and you fill each one carefully. A sandwich made yesterday, fresh fruit, some nuts, a yogurt, a little note that says I love you, because even in the morning rush, he deserves to feel loved. You set his uniform out on the chair in his room. You check that his backpack has everything he needs. You make sure his shoes are by the door. You think ahead to what could go wrong, and you prepare for it. This is what single moms do. You don't just react, you anticipate, you prevent problems before they happen. At 7 o'clock you go back upstairs, and you wake him gently. You turn on his light, and you sit on the edge of his bed, and you tell him it's time to get up. He groans the way kids do, and you smile, because this moment, this normal moment, is something you've earned. You've already done so much today, and his day is just beginning. You help him get dressed. You make sure he eats breakfast. You brush his teeth, and you check that he has his backpack. You do the things that mums do, the things that keep a family running smoothly. And because you've already done the hard work this morning, you're patient, you're present, you're not stressed or rushed, you're here. At 7:30, you're driving him to school. The morning sun is bright now, the world is awake. You're playing his favorite song in the car, and he's singing along, and you're thinking about how lucky you are to have this time with him. You drop him off and you head to work. Your laptop is in your bag, your planner is in your purse, your phone is charged, you're ready for anything. Because the truth is, the 5 a.m. routine isn't really about waking up early. It's about taking control. It's about deciding that you're not going to let life happen to you. You're going to make life happen. When you get to the office, or when you sit down at your home office desk with your organized papers and your desk lamp, you're already 3 hours into your day. You've already accomplished things that most people haven't even thought about yet. You've already moved your body. You've already planned everything. You've already decided what kind of day you're going to have. And that, more than anything else, is what makes you successful. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's not having someone else to share the burden. It's the choice you make at 5 o'clock in the morning.